What is up, everyone? So welcome to part 2. Yesterday we went to the grocery store. We bought tons of groceries. I showed you how to meal prep on a budget. We spent around $100. So today I'm going to show you how to prep all that food. So let's get started. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep chicken, potatoes, and broccoli. The reason I like to prep them all together is it saves a lot of time. So we're actually gonna put the broccoli, the chicken, and the potatoes all on a baking sheet and pop it in the oven. But before we do that, I'm gonna show you an easy way, what I do, how to make things more flavorful and tasty and fits in your macros. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil in a bowl. No, why? Don't do this to me. Or 2.5, just kidding. Hold on.
You f***ed up.
Damn it, I can't reach that. Neither can you, you're shorter than And we're back in action. And get creative, eyeball it, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Mustard. Okay, if you don't like mustard, don't worry. It's not like really mustardy taste, but we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of mustard.
Swear to God, if you squirt that on me, you better point that shit somewhere else.
God damn it! All right, ta-da, ta-da. Now we're gonna move on to the natural sweeteners. We're gonna use a tablespoon of honey, another tablespoon of brown sugar, but I'm gonna use the 1/2 scoop and do 2 because that one has tons of honey all over it. 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of mustard, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. We're gonna add some seasoning. We're gonna do a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of basil, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Ta-da! So this is what it looks like. We're just gonna give it a little whirl. This is what is going to coat our chicken and our potatoes. That looks amazing. So let's set this aside. So now moving on to the potatoes and the broccoli. Now for this, you are gonna need 4 to 5 red potatoes. You are going to cut them to make it look like this. Now what this is it's cut in halves again, and then cut in halves again. I'm gonna show you really quick how to do it. So half, right? So you got 4, now you're gonna cut in halves again. You wanna make the potatoes pretty even so they cook evenly when they're in the oven. Now for the broccoli, I am using a whole head of broccoli. And with the broccoli, you are going to cut the broccoli into little teeny tiny pieces. And with this, again, you just cut off the stem. And then I like to pull it apart. Super easy. That is your broccoli. All right? So this is going in with our chicken. I've lined my baking sheet with foil, and I'm gonna use about 4 chicken breasts. This is the chicken that we got yesterday. Before you lay anything on here, make sure you spray your baking sheet, which, got it. Spray your baking sheet. What? Now, let's grab this guy. We're gonna actually just pour everything all over. So let's do 4 chicken breasts. This is a great, easy way to prep your food, and it's gonna last you a really long time. Perfect. what you're going to need is a little paintbrush. You can get them, like a cooking paintbrush, you can get them at the grocery store. All you're going to do is brush this seasoning that we, whipped up, this honey mustard seasoning. We're gonna brush it all over. So start with here and just brush it all over everything. Just kind of glob it on the potatoes.
What did you say, glob?
Yeah, glob it.
Is that a word? Somebody confirm that these words are real.
Is glob not a word?
I'm gonna put the definition right here. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be right here. If it's not there, it clearly isn't word. One thing for somebody like me who's not very into like meal prepping is that I never knew you could meal prep all this food in one, like a one-stop shop kind of thing.
Yeah, it's easy, right?
Oh, you're missing this potato right here.
Am I?
It's like naked. Not anymore.
All I do now is I take some salt and pepper, salt, take this, put it in the oven for about 30 minutes, kind of just watch it, 30 minutes, 400 degrees, and you're completely done cooking your broccoli, your potatoes, and your chicken. Let's go. Perfect. So, just set your timer to about 25 minutes, check it in 25 minutes, and then you can kind of see, is the chicken done yet, is the potatoes done yet, leave it in there, take it out. But yeah, super easy recipe. 3 ingredients, you got your veggies, your carbs, and your proteins, and 30 minutes. Prep time's about 45 altogether. All right, so we have our potatoes, our broccoli, and our chicken in the oven, baking right now. I cleaned everything up and I swapped it out to show you guys how to make a super easy tilapia recipe. Now, right here I have 4 different tilapia fillets. All you're going to need is lemon, some sort of lemon seasoning, pepper, salt, and nonstick spray. For this, I have cut my lemons, I've sliced them. I'm gonna show you how to do that really quick. Start at the end and just slice little tiny slices. You're going to need 2 to 3 whole lemons for this. So, like so. All right, now this one is super easy. I've already lined my baking sheet with foil, and the reason I like to do this also is because it's super easy cleanup. So, all you're going to do is spray your foil. Now, take your tilapia pieces, lay them out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your lemon slices and you're going to lay them under and over your tilapia pieces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our lemon pepper seasoning, sprinkle a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. And you can also do this, I do this a lot with chicken. I put some rosemary on it, seasoning, lemons, same exact method. But the secret to this recipe is parchment paper. It's a non-stick paper. We are going to lay it over the tilapia as it bakes. What this is going to do is it's going to lock the juices inside of here, so you don't need a lot of butter or oil or anything like that. It's going to bake and soak in its own juice, and it's going to be so juicy, so tasty, so moist and tender when it comes out of the oven. You could do the same thing with any kind of protein. I do it with chicken all the time. My recipe on Paige.com, I have a parchment paper chicken recipe on there. It is like to die for. Since tilapia is a very lean protein and it's very thin, you only have to bake this on 425 degrees for about 15 minutes, and that is it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven with the chicken and potatoes, and I'm gonna kind of watch it because the chicken and potatoes I have on 400 degrees and this should be on 425, but I'm gonna drop the temperature and cook it a little bit longer just so I can fit everything in the oven at once. All right. We have our chicken and potatoes in there and it is absolutely looking delicious. Now we're going to set our tilapia up like so. Make sure that is nice and good, and look at that. Amazing.
And we wait.
And we wait.
Look at this guy. He's fit in one chair, now he needs two. Oh.
All right, so we're moving on to the carbs. The carbs that we got yesterday when we went grocery shopping for around $100, got all that food, is we got boil in a bag rice, which this is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Make that as you prep your protein or whatever you're gonna eat your rice with. But today I'm gonna show you guys how I cook sweet potatoes, and this is a great, super easy, literally melts in your mouth recipe. You can do this as sweet potatoes, or you can also take it one step further and make like a sweet potato mash. It's super easy and it is absolutely delicious. To start, we have 4 sweet potatoes, and what I did was I cut with my knife a slice in between each one. So all you're going to do is slice it down the middle. Don't cut all the way through. Just make a good, nice, deep cut so the steam can go inside your potato and get in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to line a deep baking dish, not a baking sheet, but a deep baking dish with foil. And all we're going to do is place our potatoes in the dish like so. All right? So now all we do is you're going to add about half a cup to a cup of water. And then all you do is cover this with foil. Now, you are going to bake this for around 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour. So sweet potatoes are a little bit longer bake time, but this is going to make the sweet potato literally fall off the skin, and it is going to taste absolutely amazing. So, super easy. Let's pop it in the oven. Pop that in the oven. And then I'm gonna also get ready some butter, some cinnamon, some stuff to really top the sweet potato and make it absolutely amazing. I love the smell of sweet potato. It smells so bomb. Okay, so this has been in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour. Woo! Wow, this looks amazing. All right, so from here, what you can do is just leave them in their, sweet potato form. Or you can let them cool and then you can make a sweet potato mash. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the 2 bigger ones, I'm gonna make a sweet potato mash, and then I'm gonna leave the other 2 just regular sweet potato. So we have to let this cool for 10 minutes because these are super hot potatoes, and then we'll be back and I'll show you guys how to whip up a mash really quick. So it's been about 10 minutes. They're still a little hot, but I'm gonna try to make it work. All we're going to do is cut the edges off. A little bit of skid on your potato is not gonna hurt. So now we're just gonna mash the potato. You can use a fork, you can use a masher. All right, now I'm going to just put a splash of milk in there. You can kind of go sweet with cinnamon and sugar, or you can go put in like a seasoning, salt and pepper. There's a bunch of different ways you can do. I really, really, really like mine a little sweet with some cinnamon. So I'm gonna add 5 packets of stevia. I'm going to add about a tablespoon, or about a half, I guess you can, we'll go half. And then we're just going to mash away. Okay, that was amazing. Okay, so we went meal prepping, grocery shopping. We did, you know, tons of groceries for under $115, but you could have made it cheaper, and I showed you that too. And then today we came back and we prepped a bunch of stuff. We did the chicken, potato, and broccoli. We did the tilapia, we did the sweet potato. So we have a lot of really good options here. And as you can see, it's not expensive and it's super easy. It takes, you can make it as hard or as easy as you want by adding a bunch of ingredients, or you can keep it minimal and keep it simple. But this is a great way to make amazing meal prep, and it's on a budget. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah.